There we go. There we go. Hi. Sorry we're a little late. My internet decided not today, bitch. Hi, it's Cherry. Yeah, it's just been a pain getting my internet to work. And why is my gain up? Oh, nope, it's not. Okay. Woo! Yep. Words. I'm sorry. I've been in a very too excited state today, considering they just announced Gargura and Hako's Bales to come to ASIN this year, and Bay is one of my favorite two from Hollow IVN. But we are on the second trial for Super Danganronpa 2 and Super Danganronpa another 2. So let me go change that, and then we'll get into the trial stuff. Super Dangerous Dungeons. I don't think that's the game. Okay, yep, it looks like chat's working too, so... Oh, what the heck did my face just do? Well, somewhat working. I don't know if this one's working. Let me see if... Super Danger Roomba. Okay, there it goes. Yep. You're having fun with that, aren't ya? Okay. Dear Lord, if you stop on me today, I will be upset. Here goes nothing. I'm going to turn my volume down. Just like the last time, the elevator made an unnerving sound and slowly but surely made its way to the underground. Everyone stayed deadly quiet as if we agreed. I've been grinding Grand Blue Fantasy GW for almost 12 hours a day for the past 4 days. I have 0 sanity. Kuma, you need to take care of yourself, you bitch. Just be careful. I haven't grinded any online games in forever. It's like there's now an unspoken rule in the elevator that was a place to silently ready your hearts. The elevator descends relentlessly as we ponder these thoughts until it finally stops and the doors open. Oh wait, did I ever turn the game audio on? I don't think I did. Welcome to Something Gets Wrong. Every time, something always goes wrong here.
Hello there.
You arrived. I've been waiting. No volume. Yeah, I just realized that.
Hey.
Fight me. Hey, why does this place look different to last time? Oh, okay, so they did keep they'll change the courtroom backgrounds. It'd be boring if it's the same as always, eh? So for your amusement, I changed up the design. I was merely green.
What the hell?
Well, Kuma, this is your fault. I don't know why I keep doing this joke. Amusement? Just how in the world is any of this amusing?
Very well.
Well then, please take your place where your name is written.
I wish you luck.
We've all done it. What joke? The I'm going to end stream now joke. You've done this once, so y'all know how it goes, right? Now let's begin. A death game with your lives on the line. Whoa! Second class trial. To say that we'd be calmer after doing this once would definitely be a lie. As Monoko said, it's our lives on the line. I'm afraid and nervous. Heck, we all are. But Kokoro must have been much more afraid. Oh, it must have been scary and painful. I would like to know who Kokoro's killer is so I can personally kick him in the butt. I'm just going to say that right now. It will hurt to lose Yuri. Kokoro was much closer to us, personally. Everyone, not just Emma, is enraged. Oh, Internet, you better not do this to me now! If we don't find a culprit, we all die. Yep, Ernest's being stupid. What a surprise. You have to find out who did. Are you really going to do this to me? Internet! Stop being stupid! Are you done? No? I'm seriously just going to do this till the internet stops. Oh, little X'd out pictures. Yeah, they do that for whoever has died. It's even canon in the main series. Are you actually going to work now? We were doing so good. Wondering if I should watch the Danganronpa anime. This is a hard one to answer, actually. 1 second. I'm waiting for the internet to actually be decent. Okay, I think we're kind of getting decent again, hopefully. Come on. Fuck you! Welcome to I'm not getting sponsored by CenturyLink because I don't like them. Are you gonna work? Are you gonna work? It's still going really wildly between 100 to 200 and 600 to 700 KB per hour. We were doing so good too. Sucks that internet in more rural, not big areas is fucking monopolizing shitty. Agreed, trust me. Oh, yeah, it's probably a good thing because my phone's still on. Yes, I know. Like, it's getting dangerously close to 25% drop, and I really don't like that. So I think I told you our only choices are CenturyLink and I want to say Mediacom, and neither one is great. Honestly, from everything I've heard, Mediacom sucks, and I personally know CenturyLink sucks. Okay, it's somehow gained around 500 now? Are we decent? Nope, it's going down again. So I guess I could give the Oh, are you finally going to be at 700? No. I guess I'll give the explanation while we're waiting for this to hopefully even out. To answer your question about Danganronpa anime, we've had Mediacom in my years for some AT&T, but nah. Yeah, ours is basically just these two, I think. To answer your question about watching Danganronpa anime, the first one, it is technically up to you. I personally started with the anime, and I enjoyed it, but I know a lot of people have commented that it's not really good, accurate representation of the games, especially you're cramming 40 hours at least of gameplay into a 13-episode series. If you do want to play the games, there is actually you can watch playthroughs, or there's actually an illegal version of that one through the PSP translations before it officially came out in the US. Danganronpa 2 is game only, so you're kind of screwed there. You'll have to either watch a playthrough or play the game yourself. And then Danganronpa 3 is anime only, but you do need to watch the rest of the series first. Ultra Despair Girls is game only. And V3, which is completely different from 3, is game only. So, It's kind of after the first anime. It's kind of a you have to do one or the other no matter what. Ugh. Hopefully we're gonna even out now. Come on. I hope that explains it well enough, I think. Are you actually going to work on it now or no? Nope, you're back to connecting to chat, aren't you? Okay, we're kind of getting back up. It's kind of going on and off, so I hope it's not choppy. Otherwise, I might as well just do this at this point. Alright. Let's hope it doesn't screw up anymore. Yeah, I know it's over 25%. Nope, you went down. You went fucking down. Four. Yep. Let me see. Because I really want to stream tonight. Yeah, I know you're trying to connect again. Oh, yay, that's not good. It's forever on contacting server. Great. Yep, nope, it's doing that thing again. I really did not mean to turn this into a downer because of CenturyLink, but sound detector. Or are you now just being good? Is it finally? Nope. Okay, I think I don't want to jinx it. It looks like it's going good now. So hopefully we can get through this. We'll see. Okay, it looks like we're actually doing well. Okay, I think internet's finally goddamn working. I say that and then it goes down. Oh. As soon as I was going to take that note out, it decided to go down again. Yay. Yes, I would like to save my progress, please. I wish I could save my internet too, but that's not an option. Sharpshooter. Holy! I need how many skill points for that? Stop playing Torian in the same vicinity as Mikado game. Let the poor boy live. Agreed. But I really want spoiler alert, so I guess we're equipping it. Oh, is that all? Oh, so I can't do this. Okay. Again, class trial, yes please. At this point, I'm just going to leave the note up and hope the best.
Explain the rules of the results of the class trial.
This is literally the same text, so...
Everyone except...
I hope we never end up here again. But we're here now. There's no turning back. We've got no choice but to solve this case. Together we'll get through this mess.
Now then, you may begin.
So we're looking for the person who killed Kokoro.
Where are we even supposed to start? I'm already totally lost.
If you would all be so kind as to lend me your ears, there is something I must tell you before we begin.
Say it with me, chat. No.
I don't have a clue what happened, honestly.
Yes.
Please don't ignore me.
You've got some nerve talking to us, Mikado.
Is it just me? Or is my existence beginning to receive less and less acknowledgement? I've said this before, yet it seems I have no choice but to repeat myself.
Cactus Mika, though. Oh, I mean, I agree with this. It's a good thing we don't have to do his free time events ever again, though. So
Although
that's
you
good.
may ignore me in everyday life, it would be unwise to ignore me during trials. I, for one, did my fair share of investigation, and it would do me no greater joy than to assist you all in the solving of this case.
Leave us alone, will you?
No, he has a point. We probably should
Sora,
listen to Mikado.
no! Sora!
Are you sure that's okay?
Someone please move Tori out to the other side of the table.
It's not like Mikado can afford to let us lose the class trial, considering all our lives,
Yeah,
his
true.
included, are on the line. Every testimony is important, even if it's coming from a loser like him or a liar like Shobai.
And right IQ, Shobai. Oh, damn it.
Something else, Miss Sora.
But more importantly, he could be the Black Ant. And even if he's nothing but an ugly, worthless piece of scum who's no better than a rotting piece of inedible garbage,
And Sora's laying it on.
there's the smallest chance he might have found an important piece of evidence.
Where in that why do you do this to me?
Mon Dieu, my poor broken
In this
heart.
chat, we protect Teru from Mikado. Yes, we do.
If Sora says so, then I guess it's fine.
Damn, Sora's going through the road. Yes, she is.
Seeing that it's come to this, I present to you all my ultimate piece of evidence which will undoubtedly restore your valued trust in me.
Ultimate piece of evidence? What, did you already solve it?
Well, no, not yet. But
Shut up already! We can't afford to get off track!
Yeah. Like Rara said, I guess we shouldn't completely ignore him, but I doubt he'll be of any use, so... Let's just keep going for now, okay? Starting from the top, I think we should go over everything we know so far. That's what Coco would have done.
Yeah. Without Koro, we have nobody to rely on but ourselves. Don't worry, sis. I'm here for you.
I know. It'd be great if they could actually fix their shit.
Cheer up, you guys. We can do this. For Kokoro.
Alrighty then. So, what we know about the case so far? Let's see.
I mean, it's easier said than done. I'm not even sure how we're supposed to start.
Why don't we talk about what everyone was doing before we discovered the body?
Just like last time, it looks like we're starting by going over what we know so far. We still don't have a clue who the killer is, but with a little cooperation, we should be able to figure it out. Okay, this one I can do. It's the other ones I can't too much. Oh wait, how do I change my gun again? Ah, fuck! Fuck, 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 fuck. I should have looked at the explanation! Oh good, we only had the Monokuma file.
So, we found the dead body right around lunchtime. Sora, Teruya, and I went to Kokoro's room to bring her lunch like always.
But Kokoro didn't answer. So naturally, we started to get worried.
And that's when I heard you guys and came over, right? Once you guys told me what was going on, I went and got Monokuma to open the door for us.
And when we went in, Kokoro was...
That would mean that Kokoro died around lunchtime.
No, that's wrong!
Okay, good. For a second I was worried I got it wrong. You know how this goes.
No, Shinji. We can't be sure of that.
Why not?
Just because we found the body during lunchtime doesn't mean Kokoro died around that time. Even the Monokuma file says so. The time of death is unknown.
Speaking of which, the Monokuma file this time around isn't very helpful, is it?
No, really? What made you think that one?
Probably because she was frozen. Even professionals have a hard time determining the time of death when it comes to frozen bodies. But if the time of death is unknown, then doesn't that mean that there's still a chance she really did die around lunchtime?
I suppose we can't rule out the possibility, but it's probably pretty low.
Then I guess we should be talking about when Kokoro really died.
Wait, do we really need to? I thought it was obvious who the killer was.
Wait, what? Nikkei, you...
Who is it? Who's the Blacken?
I'm taking $10 and saying we're not trusting Nikkei.
Yoriko Kabuya. Need I say more?
I... Hi! I wasn't doing anything at all, I promise.
Huh?
I wasn't going to kick Nikkei's butt.
Yoriko's the culprit.
Wait, not this again. Why am I always the one getting pinned for this stuff?
Why the fuck are we throwing Yoriko under the bus again? I agree. Trust me.
But aren't you the one who brought Kokoro breakfast?
It could have been before
By
breakfast,
lunchtime,
dumbass.
It sounds to me like that's the only opening for someone to get a stab at her.
What?
He certainly has a point. If she was alive during the breakfast visit, but dead by the time Miss Sora's assemblage stopped by, then obviously whichever group was
looks
the
like
last
Marinette's
to check in
finally
to deliver
working,
breakfast
hopefully.
was the most suspicious.
Watch, I say that and it's going to go down.
And what do you know? That would be none other than Miss Kabuya.
Wait, but I was with Teruya the entire time. How do you possibly expect me to kill her with someone else there?
She's right. The whole point of me joining every visit was to make sure nobody'd try and take advantage of Kokoro's vulnerability.
There.
So that'd mean you're in the same boat.
What?
Can I throw Nikkei off a cliff? Just an idea, please. Yep, I say that, Marinette goes down.
You're
Sounds about right.
implying he served as our accomplice?
There is no reason to. The
There
accomplice
isn't even
doesn't get
any
any
benefit to
help.
working as an accomplice. And we know Teruya isn't a void, so he's got no reason to kill anyone in the first place.
Thank you, voice of reasons.
Can we really be so sure about that? Yeah, the chances of him being a void are low. But it's not
Let's
like the
kill
hero.
DK for fun.
Remember,
I'd be
Mikado,
down if
of
they
all
let
people,
me.
was the one who brought him here. To be honest, I always thought the whole, yeah, let's just put all our trust in a total stranger thing was ridiculous.
That's insane! I was kidnapped!
Yeah, he was. Dumbass. Ugh.
You're
I
one
need
to
my
talk,
blanket.
DK. Constantly accusing others doesn't automatically make you innocent.
Thank you, Shinji.
Fine, then let's turn this around. If it wasn't those two working together, then when is the murder possibly supposed to have taken place? Sure, there isn't any incentive for accomplices, but Monokuma didn't outright deny the possibility.
You...
Please, please kick his ass, Yoriko.
Guys, say something.
Yuko, I know how you feel, but he doesn't...
I am working with a bunch of idiots. I love these guys, but it's a bunch of idiots.
What?
We need to discuss this more, but...
I'm just going to do this so I remember how to... Okay, shift if it's... yeah. Okay. Let's go. Okay, yep, now we're going back to this. Okay, got it.
Why are you guys suspecting me again?
Considering the order, that breakfast visit was the only possible window for murder.
I was with her, and she didn't do anything suspicious.
Like Nick said, there is a possibility of you two being accomplices.
Miss Mitsume ate her meals up until last night. And the body was found this lunch. So if something happened to Miss Mitsume, it would have been during this morning.
These two also don't have alibis in the first place. As it stands, there are two prime suspects.
Okay, I gotta remember how to do this.
Why are you guys suspecting me again?
Considering the order, that breakfast visit was the only possible window for murder.
I was with her, and she didn't do anything suspicious.
Like Nick said, there is a possibility of you two being accomplices.
Miss Mitsume ate her meals up until last night. And the body was found this lunch. So if something happened to Miss Mitsume, it would have been during this morning.
These two also don't have alibis in the first place.
No, that's not it. Fuck.
Shoot.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you guys suspecting me again?
Considering the order, that breakfast visit was the only possible window for murder.
I was with her, and she didn't do anything suspicious.
Like Nick said, there is a possibility of you two being accomplices.
Miss Mitsume ate her meals up until last night.
This is it.
And the body was found this lunch. So if something happened to Miss Mitsume, it would have been during this morning.
These two also don't have alibis in the first...
No, that's
Okay,
wrong.
that was it. Okay. I know. Fuck you.
Sorry, Nikkei, but I won't let you badger Yoriko again like
Oh,
this.
thank you, Sora.
Sora.
Yoriko has an alibi. After the trip with Teria, she went straight to the village to practice cooking.
Yeah. When there was no answer, we left the meal on her doorstep. As soon as that was done, she told me she was gonna continue practicing her cooking at the village.
You got any evidence to back that up?
Well, I did meet a few on the way there. Oh, I saw her. You were cooking some stew, right?
Thank God.
There are plenty of witnesses, Nikkei. If what Yoriko says is true, then there would have been no time for murder.
Alright, then we can excuse Yoriko. But what about Teruya? He entered Kokoro's room every visit. There could have been plenty of chances for him to kill her.
Kokoro said she'd only open the door when 2 or more people came to visit her. Thus, under normal circumstances, if anyone entered Kokoro's room to kill her, then we're dealing with more than one culprit.
Now that Yoriko's alibi has been confirmed, it would have been impossible for Teruya to kill Kokoro on his own. Thus, the theory of Yoriko and Teruya being accomplices is disproven.
Your argument is full of
fuck you!
No, that alone isn't going to suffice as a valid
Why
alibi.
does he keep doing
Evidence in
this?
Kokoro's room supports that. Sorry, but as a journalist, it's my job's instinct to pursue every last detail of what I find suspicious. Allow me to present you with this evidence. Let's see if you can retaliate against the ultimate journal.
Okay, it's been a while, so... I know, Mayor, that's being stupid. You don't need to remind me. Come on, Internet, please work.
So, after delivering breakfast, Yoriko went to the village. That much I can understand. She could have easily killed her then and there before fleeing soon after. She visited Kokoro with Teruya with the intent to kill her. Then she split so that she'd have a witness for her alibi.
How did I advance? The body, didn't you? It was frozen solid. Could Yoriko have done such a feat in such a short span of time? It'd be impossible for Yoriko to do that and immediately leave for the village.
Nope. There's a way that she could have frozen Kokoro instantly. Her room says it all. She used liquid nitrogen. If she killed Kokoro, then poured liquid nitrogen over her, her body would freeze instantly. And there you have it. Our crime scene.
Okay, I know what it is.
So, after delivering breakfast, Yoriko went to the village. That much I can understand, but she could have easily killed her then and there before fleeing soon after. She visited Kokoro with Teruya with the intent to kill her. Then she split so that she'd have a witness for her alibi.
Shoot!
I know which one it is, too.
So, after delivering breakfast, Yoriko went to the village. That much I can understand. But she could have easily killed her then and there before fleeing soon after. She visited Kokoro with Teruya with the intent to kill her. Then she split so that she'd have a witness for her alibi.
Okay, somehow got an advance this time.
You saw the state of the body, didn't you? It was frozen solid.
I don't
Could
want this
Yoriko
to
have done
come
such a feat in such a short span of time? It'd be impossible for Yoriko to do that and immediately leave for the village.
Nope. There's a way that she could have frozen Kokoro instantly. Her room says it all. She used liquid nitrogen. If she killed Kokoro, then poured liquid nitrogen over her, her body would freeze instantly. And there you have it. Our crime scene.
Not like my internet's doing any better though, so yay! Why can't my internet work for 5 seconds? Hi, Gabe. I'm sorry. The internet's being stupid. So that should probably explain it all. Are you actually going to work? I don't know if it's a good idea to just keep going at this point. Okay, it's at 680, so that's decent at least. Come on. Are you going to work finally? No, you're not. Okay, I think it's kind of working now, so hopefully you'll stay this way. I'm sorry, the internet's, that kind of answered your question, Gabe. I mean, happy debate, that's good. I want to throw Eid out of the internet, so if anyone wants to join me, let's see if it actually works now. And I'm still trying to get this in. How does it keep...
after
Wait,
delivering
wait,
breakfast,
no!
that much I could understand. But she could have easily killed her then and there before fleeing soon after. She visited Kokoro with Haria with the intent to kill her. Then she split so that she'd have a witness for her alibi.
How does it hear
You
beat
saw
voice
the
sound?
state of the body, didn't you?
Think
It was
decent?
frozen
I'm not
solid.
sure, honestly.
Could Yotoko
Besides
have done
the
such a
clip that
feat
you've
in
seen,
such a short
apparently.
span of time? It'd be impossible for Yotoko to do that and immediately leave for the village.
Nope. There's a way that she could have frozen Kokoro instantly. The room says it all.
No! Fuck!
Shoot!
I know.
After delivering breakfast, Yoriko went to the village. That much I could understand. But she could have easily killed her then and there before fleeing soon after. She visited Kokoro with Haria with the intent to kill her.
Crap.
I'm not doing good at this. Oh, well.
So, after delivering breakfast, Yoriko went to the village. That much I could understand, but she could have easily killed her then and there before fleeing soon after. She visited Kokoro with Haria with the intent to kill her. Then she split so that she'd have a witness for her alibi.
You saw the state of the body, didn't you? It was frozen solid. Could Yotoko have done such a feat in such a short span of time?
Are you going to finally
It'd
work,
be impossible for Yotoko to do that and immediately leave for the village.
Nope. There's a way that she could have frozen Kokoro instantly. Her room says it all.
I'll pierce
Finally! Yes, I know. Okay, shush it. How can I request for your Discord? I need to answer your message. I apologize. It's completely my fault. I've been trying to reply. I've honestly been a little overwhelmed with work. Hi, Radio. I'm sorry you had to deal with me during a bad internet day. Yeah, I'll message you. I promise I'll go check those messages right after the stream. If my internet doesn't be
Yoriko used
stupid.
liquid nitrogen to freeze Kokoro.
What are you talking about? We all saw an empty container of it in her room, plain as day.
If she really used that to freeze Kokoro, then there should have been traces left behind in the room. But other than her corpse, we didn't find a single trace of anything else.
Let's all
being
tackle
frozen.
Nikai. I wish. Nikkei.
Right, Setsuka?
Yup. No traces mean that the liquid nitrogen was probably never used.
Maybe she could have frozen Koro in some other room before bringing her back in?
Okay, yeah, my internet's being really bad right now.
That had taken a significant amount of time. Nikkei's proposition was that the crime could have been done within a short amount of time. If Yoriko, our supposed murderer, had taken time moving the body like that,
finally.
then it would be impossible to arrive at the village as early as she did.
So Yoruko and Teruya are innocent? That's what I've been saying since the start.
I know that from an opportunity standpoint, we're suspicious. But don't you think you're being a bit cruel, Nikkei?
Hey, what's with that attitude, Nikkei?
It's okay. It's still fun vibing here. Alright, thank you. I'm sorry.
Now. Fighting won't get us anywhere.
Kuma can vouch that I have been complaining since yesterday about my stupid internet.
Since Raro's cleared up our suspicion on Terry and Yuko, let's get back to the case.
If not for freezing, then what was the liquid nitrogen for? After all, since we found the container in her room, we can easily assume it must have been used for something. Correct?
No, that's probably a red herring.
A red herring? But the label on the drum clearly said liquid nitrogen on it.
Right. The label, but nothing else. I'm saying that they probably just stuck that label onto an empty container. Look at it closer. It's slanted, slightly, as if hastily slapped on. I'm willing to bet there was never any liquid nitrogen inside that container at all. Wait, then how did Kokoro get frozen? It must be the Yukiona's curse after all!
Iroha,
There's no other way that a
no.
person would suddenly...
This is just matching, right? Okay. Oh, come on, internet. Okay. Yep, I remember how to do this now. Good. Hopefully we can actually get it back. Oh, holy fuck! What the fuck? Ah, fuck. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Okay. This one's actually really hard. Oh, nope. I can spell it. I just can't remember where the things are. No, you're good. I promise.
Crap.
Like I said, it's just me trying to remember where everything is. Okay, my internet's being really bad tonight. Try again, please. Return to tile screen. Ah, fuck.
No, that doesn't add up.
What are you
If she really... But other than her... Right, Setsuka?
Yep.
Maybe that had Nikke's. If Yorika... Then it would be...
So Yoruba? That's what I...
I know that from an.
Now, fighting won't, since Rava's cleared up our suspicion.
If not for freezing, then after all, since we found the container.
No.
A red herring?
Right. The label, but nothing. I'm saying that they probably... It's slanted. Wait. It must...
Why is it so much harder this time, though? I'd be terrible at this. I can't even spell the basic word. Oh, trust me. I can think of way worse ones. I need to show you an example of the R2s. We all hate the R2 Hangman Gambit. O-T-A. I know. Oh, you have to do it in order? Oh, fuck me. Where's the other A? Ah.
Crap.
I'm an idiot. I know. Come on.
Shoot!
Oh, at least that's better than what we've been doing, so... Okay, where's the other one? Ah. I found some good Toria Nikkei art. Let me DM it to you. Thank you, Kuma. I'm surprised you were looking up art for it.
Shoot!
Where's the other T? Oh, it's right there. I just wanted to look at terror art. Okay, I don't blame you on that one. Okay, where's the O now? Finally! These games are really kicking my ass. I pray your internet will be fixed ASAP. Thank you. Oh,
It's probably the refrigerator.
unfortunately, it's not a fixable problem. It's called, I wish we didn't have the provider, but we pretty much only have like
The
two choices, and neither of them are good.
The culprit.
I think at
froze
some point I'm
Kokoro
going to look in the game my own internet and see if there's anything I can do here, but we'll see.
It's the only thing left capable of freezing someone, but...
Is there any proof that the refrigerator was used?
It looks like it's finally working, knock on wood.
Got it. I noticed the refrigerator divider in Kokoro's room was a bit loose. Perhaps it's because the culprit had taken the divider out to fit Kokoro in, and then placed it back when she'd been frozen.
Miss Mitsume is quite small, so if they squeezed her right in, I'm sure that she'd fit rather
I'm
nicely.
affectionately saying Teru's outfit's dumb. Idiot's wearing the full suit under his jacket with the rainbow on jacket and that hat and those badges on the scarf. I hate to tell you, welcome to the
Watch your
Danganronpa
words.
costume designs.
There is also the fact that her refrigerator was set to instant freeze mode. For those of you who've used that setting, I'm sure you can agree it's definitely powerful enough to freeze a human being.
Wait, even if the output was set to instant freeze, there's a big difference between freezing some leftovers and freezing a whole human being. We're not talking about mild frostbite here. The Monokuma file says that she was frozen to the point where all her cells suffered from necrosis. If she was frozen that badly, that means the culprit must have left her in for at least a whole day.
Huh? Wait, that means Coco would have been in there since yesterday's lunchtime.
Yuki, when you were there with me and Tsuruya delivering Kokoro her meal, There was no answer, right?
Yeah. But Ruko said that the dinner was gone that night.
That doesn't make sense. Maybe Ruko is lying? Why would I lie about something like that?
If your refrigerator theory is correct, that means Kokoro should have been inside the refrigerator last supper.
I swear, if Yoriko really is the culprit...
And I swear, if you keep going on this, Nikai...
Wait, hold your horses. Yoriko never visited Kokoro yesterday, so she wouldn't have had the chance to enter her...
Then who delivered breakfast yesterday?
Me, Roha, and Teria.
And you met up with Kokoro?
Yep. We had a really nice chat with her. Kokoro even wrote ha on her iPad. That was worth the day.
Oh, why do you do this
That
to
means
me,
she was
Yorha?
alive up until that point, at least.
Who was there for lunch?
Me, Kanade, Gigi, and Ruru.
And did you guys meet Kokoro?
Of course. She complained about 4 people being too many.
Wait, this is getting a bit too complicated. Can somebody summarize it?
Roha, can you give me a piece of paper from your sketchbook?
Okay.
Okay.
If we summarize what we've discussed so far, this is our result.
Setsuka, your drawing's adorable. Oh, and you drew such a
At
good
least
summary
Haru's
too.
outfit isn't as stupid as like Mikado stuff.
I hereby dub you the Taking Notes Master. Or would it be Mistress? Miss
Okay,
Chiabukuro,
I
which do you
can't blame
prefer?
him for actually being good at asking for pronouns,
I'd
though.
prefer it if you stopped focusing on the drawings and instead focused on the timeline of events.
Looking at this, we can confirm Kokoro hasn't answered her door since yesterday evening. That means something definitely happened between those 2 visits.
Does that mean the visitors right before then? Shinji, Teruya, and the twins are all one big culprit? What? Why are we the culprits? And how would that even work?
I doubt that 4 people were accomplices. Especially when the chances of there being even one accomplice are close to 0.
But according to Yuki, that gap between lunch and dinner was the only period of time she could have been killed in.
Wait, that's impossible. Haven't we already discussed that the only time we could have entered her room was to deliver meals? That was a rule she personally set.
And I definitely saw her dinner had disappeared. So she couldn't have been dead by then, right?
But if Coco were still alive last night, there wouldn't have been enough time to freeze her.
Oh my god, I just looked at your message, Kuma. I have several questions. Kaede, why are you doing this now to me?
I have no idea what we're talking about anymore.
Shinji, right on cue.
According to this theory, none of us could have killed Kokoro to even get close to her. They obviously needed to first enter her room, and if it wasn't during our visits... Admittedly, I think the refrigerator is the root of this problem. Determining how one would have access to it is what's brought us to a dead end.
No, it must be the
It's
refrigerator.
good though.
Considering
It is.
it becomes the only tool capable of freezing Kokoro. There is no alternative.
But if we could have only entered her room during lunchtime, then...
Damn, this really is a locked room mystery.
This is hard. Can I use a hint coin?
I still don't know what we just discussed.
I got it! It's the Yukiona!
Iroha, no!
Monokuma, we need to stop the trial right now! It's a curse!
And the class trial, you say?
This is why I don't like
mind.
Iroha right now.
Well, that's not... I mean, does a culprit exist in the first place? It seems like it's impossible for everyone, so...
Is there anything that could point us towards the culprit? We just need a small push in the right direction.
Guess I gotta help you out. The culprit exists. This is a case where if you think about the method first, it's more difficult. So, let's put the method aside for now and focus on the culprit's identity first. The evidence pointing towards the culprit. You already know, Sora. I know you have what it takes to solve this. And don't worry, I'll help you out.
It's okay, Shinji, you just look there and sit pretty. I just saw that in the other chat. Okay, I need a reminder. Okay. I just need a reminder of like half of these because I don't play it as often as I probably should.
The murder method is still a mystery. But there was a clue pointing towards the culprit at the crime scene. Kokoro's final moments. The final clue that Kokoro left with her dying breaths. That clue clearly points out the real culprit.
Oh, this
you
one's
remember
kind of easy.
now, right, Sora?
This one's kind of easy.
I agree with that.
Okay, I was supposed to say it has to be this considering she pointed it out.
That's it. The dying message. The dying message that Kokoro had left. If we decipher that, we can figure out who the culprit is.
Bingo! Well done, Sora.
The dying what now?
The dying message. You usually see victims leave them behind right before they die, hinting towards their killer's identity. But Rara, you're saying Coco left one herself?
Yes, the icicles inside the refrigerator. They look like normal icicles, but if you look closely, there are letters written on each one. It looks like someone carved them with their nails, presumably Kokoro's.
What? F-O?
Look, two of them are stuck together. It looks like the bigger one is penetrating the smaller one.
So the icicles killed Kokoro? I don't...
Shinji, just sit there and look pretty once again.
Aren't dying messages supposed to be something obvious? This feels more like some secret code or something. It's actually rather simple. I've already figured out the culprit by using this.
What? Kanade, you know who the culprit is?
Who is it?
Instead of outright telling you, let me explain through this dying message.
But we don't know what it means.
Miss Kanade,
Okay, I'm
we
gonna
are
take
inclined
this
to hear
off
your
for now and
explanation.
hope for the best. Because it looks like it's finally decently working.
Of course.
Again, I'm not going to get sponsorship through Century Link, so don't ever get Century Link. That's my advice for the day. Goodbye.
Now, while these initially look like a random series of icicles, the important thing to note is that there are exactly 8 of them. Furthermore, the letters F and O have been carved into each end of them. 6 of them stand separately. But like Nikkei pointed out, one has penetrated another, conjoining the two. And that specific icicle is different from the others. Instead of O, it has the letter I carved into it. Okay. So F stands for female. There are 8 icicles and 8 of us.
Oh, okay. So it's either, if we're going by this, it's either Iroha or it's one the Otsukonoji?
O stands for others.
Oh, O stands for others.
Oh, so I literally stands for I, as in myself?
Yup. I guess you weren't as stupid as you look, Yuki.
Okay, that's fine words, Kanade.
With the rest all having O on them, one of the remaining 7 can be seen penetrating I. Considering that it was Kokoro who made this, I will represent herself.
I thought F was female. Oh, okay. I didn't get it for some reason. I was thinking I don't know. I was trying to think who had name with an F. I'm like, no one has F though.
Meaning we can interpret this message to mean
do I really have to put this back
one
on?
of the 7 girls.
Yeah, I probably will have to.
Whoa, so the culprit is a female?
Alright, so we know their gender. So what? This alone doesn't pinpoint the culprit at all. It just tells us that the killer is a girl.
Well, if you'd let me finish, Nikkei, I was about to say we can take one step further to deduce the killer's identity as well.
What do you mean?
Look carefully at the icicles. It's easy to overlook, but the O icicle that penetrated the I icicle is significantly longer than the other ones. Uh-oh. But didn't we just deduce that these icicles
So that
were
means
us
it's one of the
girls?
taller girls? I hope
One's
not.
taller than the rest. Wouldn't it make sense for their length to be analogous to our heights? I don't even know what that word means.
One moment, Miss Kanade. Are you proposing that the tallest female...
Wait, what? No! Please don't tell me this is
Only
right.
be you. The
What?
tallest out of the female students. That's Emma Nagarobi. Are you the killer? What?
Is this part-time? Yeah, it's intermission. I don't know. I feel like she's not, though. Oh my god. I was trying to figure out, oh, it's Oto Konoji and I was something else. That's what I was trying to figure out after that, too. What's the chill out comment really hit? I hope not. Like I said, I don't know. I feel like it's not her, though. I'm hoping not, but I could be wrong.
Emma, the person that the dying message is referring to, it has to be you.
What?
Emma's the culprit? Huh? Sora, have you forgotten who Emma is? Why would she, of all people, kill Kokoro?
I don't know exactly. I just solved the dying message just like Kanade told me to. If the tallest person out of the girls is the culprit, then that would be Emma, right?
Yeah, but still.
Sora, how could you? Losing Kokoro was painful enough. Yet I'm desperately trying to find our killer. And you have the nerve to say I killed her? That's crossing the line. If this is some sick
Oh,
and
yeah,
twisted
here we
joke,
go.
let me make it clear to
Rara, even if the dying message coincides with Im's height, don't you think this is a bit...
I agree with them,
I mean,
though.
it was no secret Im regarded Coco as her best friend. You saw how upset she was when we found her body.
Yeah. Sorry, Sora, but I can't get behind that. This feels more coincidental than incriminating.
Maybe our interpretation of the dying message was just wrong?
That's what I'm hoping.
Seriously? Are you all really that stupid?
Whoa! Dial down the aggression a bit, huh?
My interpretation is 100% accurate. Didn't I just say that once we determine the culprit's identity, the rest falls in... Trust me, if you assume Emma's the killer, this case becomes much simpler.
She's also being really aggressive, though, too.
Kanade, I know you think you're helping.
Yeah, come on, Kanade. You're being mean to Emmy. There's no way that Emmy would ever...
Sister? How about shutting the hell up while I'm talking? If you don't plan on being useful, be a good sister and stay out the way, okay?
Kanade?
Oh, it seems to me that Miss Kanade has already solved the case.
I don't know. Are we sure about that? Looks to me like Miss Little Sis is getting a bit
Yeah, I
deluded.
agree with this one, though. Might be Kanade. Okay, it's finally showing up. Might be Kanade. She's trying to throw Emma under the bus. Holy fuck. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that's supposed to be the case, but this is Danganronpa.
Deluded? Oh, you poor naive chump.
Kanade? What's wrong?
Oh, Sora.
Yes?
You alone believed my reasoning, right? Since these gaggle of imbeciles can't tell the difference between their asses from their elbows,
I don't like this.
why don't you try figuring out how Emma
What
did all
the
this?
fuck, Kanade? I agree.
If you're lost, I can give you a hint. Emma's talent. Her ultimate talent is the key to this.
Oh, fuck, it's a new minigame! It is a new minigame. Okay, let's see, to move up, let go to move down. Not looking forward to this one. Okay, let's see if we got this. Oh, cool, they're using the electric dive music. Which makes sense. Oh, fuck. Okay, yep. I don't like this. OMG, I like Sora's little spaceship. You do? I hate this game. I love the spaceship, don't get me wrong, but I do not like this game already. Oh, fuck. She's adorable. I agree, but I don't like this game already. Can go kiss my butt. I know. Oh, fuck. I already destroyed my shield. That was not meant to happen. Flappy Bird, Danganronpa style. Yeah, problem. I've never played, Flappy Bird. I'm just really sucking at the games today, I swear. I'm already going to die. I cannot even get past this one. fuck. Okay. Oh, finally! Okay, where's my... Finally. Oh, fuck. How are you supposed to get through that? What does the ultimate actress do? As a theater major, I should know this. I hope. Please be the last part. Please be the last. Fuck! I have to restart. Fuck me. Oh no, I don't like this. Ugh. I can't be decisive right now. Finally. Please don't make me start at the beginning. Please don't make me start at the beginning. That's all I... Thank God. Oh, the music in my, Okay, come on. Okay, we're good. Love the rave music in the background. Games doing serious things. Having dance music in the background is my favorite thing. Oh, Lord. Oh, thank God. Yep, this is logic time.
It all makes sense. Emma's talent. With the talent of ultimate actress, wouldn't it be possible for her to act as someone else?
What do you mean?
Up until now, we'd written up this case as impossible, with no way of entering Kokoro's room and each of us having alibis for that period of time. However, one person did have access, Kokoro herself. But what if the Kokoro we met was in fact not the actual Kokoro?
What?
What if Emma was disguised as Kokoro? And if the real Kokoro was already dead, then
I'm
suddenly
going to bed,
the murder
Tori.
becomes
Hope you enjoy your
much
night, and
more
I'm happy I've
possible.
met you. Good night. Make sure you get some sleep. I'll try, but the internet's already, doing things. And I promise I will reply after this one this time. I promise I will make sure.
That's...
You mean the Kokoro we've been meeting with all this time?
Yes, I
was
hope you see my
actually
request.
Emma?
Yeah, I said I will try.
But-
We'll look. I know that I only have 5 days this week compared to what I've been having 6 days the last week. So I'm like, I can actually
First you
sleep.
besmirch my friendship. Now you wish to besmirch my talent, too.
No, it's not. What's your deal?
Why are you suddenly hell-bent on making me this evil psychopath?
Calm down, Em. I know how you feel, but...
Calm down. I just lost my best friend, and yet Sora thinks it's okay to suggest I was the one who killed her? No, I think I'm entitled to feel a little betrayed. All I want is to let Kokoro rest in peace.
No, I didn't mean to.
Sora, don't you think...
Yeah, I honestly can't see Emma killing Kokoro. It just wouldn't make any sense. Let's retrace our steps and go back over what we know. Maybe Kanade made a mistake somewhere.
Me? Made a mistake?
What a disappointment. I never expected you all to share a single-digit IQ like my sister. To think I could easily die if you had wits vote wrong. Disgusting.
You... How dare...
Strange. I could have sworn I told you to be
don't
quiet,
like Kanade.
Let Kanade do all the work and solve this case. Can you not even understand something as simple as that? Always so useless. Can't do anything yourself. Always relying on me to clean up your shit. You should know your place by now.
Kanade... Why... You're so scary.
Kanade is scaring me. Me too, Kuma. Me too.
Okay. Ignoring the nightmare fuel for a second.
We actually call it nightmare
I
fuel.
also kind of think it's unfair to accuse Emma as a killer just because some icicles in her...
No. I'll believe Kanade and Sora's reasoning.
You're... What?
Oh, me too, me too.
Oh, which
So
means we
moving
are going to
into the
go
fire
into
within
scrub
my-
debate, aren't we?
Too much. This is all too much.
Oh ho! The class trial room is a sacred place where the only permitted battles
Damn,
are
man, did the
ones
twins
of
swap
wit.
places somewhere? That's what I was wondering.
Thus, any conflict must be resolved through a formal debate.
Which means it's scrum debate time. Yep, it's scrum debate time! We know this one. Oh. Welcome to my favorite minigame still, guys. Kanade's more Hibiki, while Hibiki is more Kanade-like now. That's what I'm thinking, too. I don't know if it's something that snapped between them or what. we're Team Lunar, aren't we? Yep, we're Team Lunar this time. Once again, I could listen to this music all day, honestly.
We were always together, so I had no time to disguise.
Kanade,
Oh, I probably had to put it back
I'll
in.
hear my reasoning. Then you'll understand why she had to use a disguise.
Oh, I know why.
Kanade, how can you say always when you weren't with us
Oh,
the
okay,
whole 24
he
hours?
highlights it on our side.
The Kokoro we met with.
This one's mine. To act is her ultimate talent, isn't it?
Let me go through this really quick.
Even if she had perfectly imitated Yuki.
We couldn't even hear Kokoro's voice thanks to the disease. That's not a problem.
Kokoro and Emma have different heights. Wouldn't it be...
This one's mine. Kokoro didn't get out of bed. We had no chance of checking her height.
Even
Mikado!
The way to enter a room may exist, just yet to be discovered.
I know I missed a few.
We were always together, so I had no time.
Kanade!
How can you say always when you weren't with us the whole 24 hours?
If M's the killer, there's no need for
Kanade!
If you all hear my reasoning, then you'll understand why she had to use a disguise.
The Kokoro we met was
This one's mine. To act is her ultimate talent, isn't it?
Even if she had Yuki.
We couldn't even hear Kokoro's voice thanks to the disease. That's not a problem.
Kokoro and Emma have different...
This one's mine. Kokoro didn't get out of bed. We had no chance of checking her height.
Even so, this
Mikado!
The way
All
to
right,
enter
now I
a
gotta
room
get to
may
crossbind.
exist, just yet to be discovered.
Okay.
This is our answer.
Wait. We're just going in circles here. We won't make any progress like this.
Oh, people. I never expected you to be this cruel, Sora.
Love how he became Teru, didn't say anything.
Why are we even still discussing
They
this?
probably weren't on either team.
If my reasoning's sound, which it is, mind you, it becomes pretty obvious that Emma's tears are about as real as her fake-ass accent.
Hana! I know you're confident in your reasoning, but there's no need to be so rude.
He's too scared now.
Okay,
Yep.
fine. It doesn't seem like they're going to drop the topic, so I'll play along for now. Let's assume that the disguise is possible. So what? It doesn't matter how much one looks like another. Without a means of getting inside her room, Kanade's reasoning becomes entirely nonsensical.
girl's got a point. Only Kokoro could get inside her own room. Each dorm door could only be opened by its That crafty crow created a contraption that not even the craziest of characters could coerce completely, correct? I'm pretty sure we were all told that back when this game started.
Is it disguised that wig Teru saw? I'm thinking so. It's
Yeah.
a black wig, so.
Right now, we still haven't overcome the biggest obstacle of getting into her room.
Well, the killer had to have entered her room at least once before murdering her.
There were only 3 chances for us to enter her room.
You mean during the meal deliveries, right?
Do you see now? The notion of a disguise has caused our discussions to become circular. Ergo, it might behoove us to disregard it.
What are you talking about, everyone? We definitely had the chance. Why? It was when we entered Kokoro's room without her permission, of course.
You mean we entered her room without asking her permission?
Okay, so it's bullet time. Or not bullet time, non-stop debate. Okay.
When do you mean we entered Kokoro's room without her permission? Have you forgotten? After our performance, when she suddenly collapsed. In order to gain admittance, we used her e-handbook plus to open the door.
Right. And we needed her fingerprints to unlock said e-handbook plus for it to work.
But Kokoro was still alive at that point. So what if we went inside?
What if somebody took advantage of the confusion and stole her e-handbook plus once inside? And what if they left the room with her e-handbook plus?
Oh, I was supposed to not do that.
Crap. When do you mean we entered Kokoro's room without her permission? Have you forgotten? After our performance, when she suddenly collapsed.
Let's see how this goes first.
In order to gain admittance, we used her e-handbook plus to open the door.
Right. And we needed her fingerprints to unlock said e-handbook plus for it to work.
But Kokoro was still alive at that point. So what if we went inside?
What if somebody took advantage of the confusion and stole her e-handbook plus once inside? And what if they left the room with her e-handbook plus? Then after that, they could come and go whenever they wished.
And you're suggesting that somebody is me?
Is it Kokoro's e-handbook plus?
When do you mean we entered Kokoro's room without her permission?
Let's hope we can do this.
Have you forgotten? After our performance, when she suddenly collapsed. In order to gain admittance, we used her e-handbook plus.
No.
When do you mean we entered Kokoro's room without her permission? Have you forgotten? After our performance, when she suddenly collapsed. In order to gain admittance, we used her e-handbook plus to open the door.
Right. And we needed her fingerprints to unlock said e-handbook plus for it to work.
But Kokoro was still alive at that point. So what if we went inside?
What if somebody took advantage of the confusion and stole her e-handbook plus once inside? And what if they left the room with...
No, that's
Oh,
wrong!
finally!
Hold on, Kanade. We can't know that for sure yet.
Excuse me?
I'll admit, it's true that if somebody had stolen Kokoro's e-handbook plus, they could have entered the room freely. That is, unless the auto power saving function was on.
Auto power saving function?
You mean the function that automatically turns off the e-handbook plus after it's left alone for a certain amount of time?
Even if somebody stole Kokoro's e-handbook plus, if the e-handbook plus ever turned off, it'd be impossible to turn it back on again without Kokoro's input.
Couldn't the culprit have just kept touching it to ensure it...
That isn't possible. While you may be able to use the e-handbook pluses of your fellow students for mundane means, the auto power saving function shares the same recognition algorithm with turning your e-handbook plus on.
Of course you know this.
Which, as you all know, only reacts to the owner's fingerprints.
Why, you're just spouting long words that I don't understand!
Oh, Shinji.
Essentially, the e-handbook plus would power down unless Koko herself was touching it.
It's as everyone else says, Kanade. Without knowing that fact for certain, we cannot continue with your line of reasoning.
Everyone, this may sound sudden, but can I ask you all something?
What is it now?
Iroha has continually insisted that Kokoro was killed by the Yukiona's curse. Yes? So? And what was it that made you think it was the curse?
Because
Yukiona is known to freeze the one she hates and take their hands, and that's what happened to Kokoro. That's right. Iroha came to that conclusion specifically because Kokoro's corpse was missing her hands and feet. Of course, she was also dumb enough to believe it was actually a curse to kill her, but... Who says I'm dumb?
And just why are you bringing this up? You're not actually going to tell me you believe it was the curse too, are you?
Hardly. But it begs the question, doesn't it? If it wasn't the curse, then why did the killer choose such a cumbersome method of murdering? To try and scare everyone? Wrong again, Hibiki. Please think before you talk. This is obviously a copycat crime. To give off the impression it was the curse, when in actuality, the killer had a specific reason to do this.
A copycat crime? What's that?
Oh, Shinji.
It's exactly how it sounds. The case was specifically set up to imitate a past crime. Kanade suggesting Kokoro's death was carried out in a way that mimics the legend of Yukiona.
But why would the killer do that?
It's obvious. It was to cover up the trick of this locked room murder, as Sora and Mikado have proven. Kokoro's e-handbook Plus would only have responded to her own fingerprints, no matter how hard they tried. The built-in algorithms would have prevented the culprit from turning the e-handbook Plus back on. So, what if the killer had Kokoro's fingerprints?
Huh?
Got it. You think they cut them off? The killer cut off Kokoro's hands so they...
Cutting off the fingers to get the fingerprints?
Are you really surprised?
That would explain it, though. We all just thought it resembled elements of the Yukiona's curse, while in actuality, the culprit did it to get her fingerprints.
Hold on. You're seriously insinuating the killer carried around a severed hand just to turn on the e-handbook Plus? How could such a feat be remotely possible? Not only would they have to hide it, but they'd also have to consider the blood and the smell.
Not to mention, if they just wanted her fingerprints, why did they also cut her feet off?
Who said they carried all her hands and feet? All they needed was her fingerprint. A fingertip would have sufficed. Then why did they cut them all off?
Because if she was only missing one finger, it would have been much easier to infer that they were after a fingerprint. Besides, we only know the state of Coco's body post-discovery. It's possible the killer only carried a fingertip, then cut the rest off not long before we found her body to throw us off. That's what she wanted to say.
Took you all long enough? Yes, that's exactly what I'm suggesting.
It's a theory, nothing more. There's no evidence suggesting such, nor would someone do such a laborious task just for one fingertip.
No, there is evidence. At the time of the body discovery, Kokoro's body had just begun to melt and bleed, but there was also a dry blood stain on the bed.
There it is.
At the time, it didn't make sense.
This is all moving so fast. What did the blood mean then?
It means she'd bled prior to us showing up. The dry bloodstain was left behind after the killer took her fingertip. Like Setsuka said, the imitation of the curse was nothing more than a red herring.
This second island had a great motif of Yukiona's tale. It makes sense the killer would use it to distract us all. Honestly, I tip my hat to you, dear killer.
So how about it? Are we now willing to agree it was possible to enter the room?
Well, it certainly does explain how Emma could have entered Kokoro's room while disguised as her.
Oh, but wait, there's more. On the night Kokoro collapsed, the last one to come out of her room was... Emma Magorobi. Okay, and?
If she was the last to leave, she could have stolen the e-handbook Plus without being noticed by anyone else.
Emma, you didn't, did you?
It's just as Kanade said. By determining the killer first and then retracing our steps with the information that gave us, we've been able to solve what we couldn't before.
Okay, so if we combine what we just learned with what we knew earlier, the killer swept her e-handbook Plus while we were placing her in her room. Then, after everyone went to bed, they rushed back to Kokoro's room before the e-handbook Plus switched off. It's possible that the real and fake Kokoro were swapped then too. And then, to make sure that they had free reign to her e-handbook Plus, they cut her finger off and locked her in the refrigerator.
Oh, and that ties into the refrigerator trick we discussed.
How splendid. By working together, we've solved all the questions from earlier.
Oh no!
Access to the locked room, the time needed to freeze the body, and the alibi issue.
One moment. Are we forgetting something? The school rules specifically state that losing your e-handbook plus is prohibited. If what you're suggesting is true, surely Kokoro would have been punished for losing hers, would she not?
Wait, Shobai.
Not really. Stealing it
You examined
and
her.
losing it are two
This is
very
Shobai we're
different
talking
things.
about. He's probably sleeping. He hasn't said anything this trial. When she have noticed it was her, wasn't her. Oh yeah, true. Well, this is Shobai we're talking about.
And besides, school rules tend to make an exception for murder.
Murder, yes they do.
Seriously? That's a thing?
Oh, she's right. Monokuma said so when we tried opening Kokoro's door, right before we discovered the body.
On the topic of school rules, there was another one the killer violated for this case.
Which one?
You mean the vandalism?
Wow, Yuki, there may be a brain in there after all.
Shobai, wake the fuck up. Also, dense spying words again, Kanade.
Vandalism? Mind explaining for us, Yuki?
Don't you remember, big bro? The day after the performance,
Oh, yeah,
you said
the
you'd noticed that the
statue.
museum's Yuki-onna statue had been broken. While
Oh yeah, well, we talked about vandalism then too.
But we all thought it was strange that Monokuma hadn't punished anyone for it, when in actuality...
Yup, it was part of the trick.
In order to help create the illusion of Yuki-Ona's curse, the culprit destroyed the statue to make it seem as if it had awoken.
Well, that may be one reason, certainly. Though I think the culprit had a different idea in mind. As you all know now, the crux of this case is the killer's disguise. Makeup can be used to mask the skin color. Stealing their clothes helps the appearance. But what about the hair?
Yep, here it is.
Got it.
Welcome to From a
dressing
Cosplayer.
She took a wig from the dressing room inside the museum.
Right again. Well, yeah, there was loads of wigs in the dressing room.
Iroha, do you remember the costume party we held on the first night we arrived at the second island?
Party? Oh yeah, I remember.
And do you remember who helped style our hair at that time?
Huh? Oh! It was Emma! But wait, what does the wig have to do with the broken Yuki-Onna statue?
Got it.
Okay, what is that?
It's probably because of the dressing room item list.
What's that?
Oh yeah, I saw that too. It's a list that details the amount of stock for each item in the dressing room. How many wigs there are, how many variations of clothing there are, things like that.
If the killer had taken a wig to disguise themselves as Kokoro, then the numbering on the list wouldn't match the actual stock. So to cover that, they destroyed the statue and took the hair part to fill up the inventory.
Whoa. They went to all that effort for just one wig? Who'd notice something as small as that?
Given how crucial the disguise was to the plan, I imagine they must have been hyper-vigilant and paranoid about keeping it hidden at all costs. And as a matter of fact, their meticulousness was not in vain. A certain someone here took the time to memorize the whole list and cross-reference it with stock
you're up.
every single day.
What? Who could be that perverted?
No, that was never my intent. I'm a merchant,
I still
remember?
love this face, I'm sorry.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
A long time ago, I made a mistake in taking inventory, which resulted in something irreversible. I can't remember the details, but I swore to be thorough from then on. But even despite that, memorizing inventories is nothing new for me. As a merchant, I can't stand not knowing exact quantities of the stock.
Even with Teria making daily rounds, not even he noticed a wig disappearing.
At a glance, it looks like the killer was being overly paranoid, when in reality, doing exactly that was what stopped Teria from noticing a discrepancy. The killer really was one step ahead of everyone.
The other tell was the small amount of rubble from the statue in one of the wigs. That tiny detail is what led us down this path. Still, we would never have come up with the disguise idea without Kanade's help.
No, I was just able to look outside the box. That's all.
Well, well, well. It seems our killer has finally been unveiled.
Emma, you really?
Don't bully Teria for his hyperfixation.
Emma, if you really are the killer, then please, make this easy for us and confess now. I don't want to keep having to doubt you like this.
Are you truly that desperate to paint me as the killer? You've insulted my friendship with Kokoro, used my ultimate talent against me, and created this elaborate theory. And now, you want me to confess to killing the closest friend I ever had? Have you not caused me enough pain already?
Emmy, don't...
I'd rather not believe any of this either, but the more I hear and the longer this goes on, even I have to wonder about the legitimacy of those tears.
Well, they don't call her the ultimate actress for nothing. Don't know about the intent, but those tears seem genuine to me.
This is all too much. I feel so useless.
If we vote an innocent person as the Blackened, then everyone but the Blackened is killed, right? Fine. Have it your way. Go ahead and sentence us all to death.
What do you mean?
I've already told you. I'm not the killer. Kanade and Sora may have crafted an elaborate theory, but like I said, I didn't do it. So if you vote me, we'll all die. Whoever did this is setting me up. The real killer. They want you to think I did it. Please, you have to believe me.
You're still acting innocent? Ugh, this is just pathetic at this point. All the evidence is pointing towards you.
Sora, you remember what you said, don't you? If Kokoro hadn't died, perhaps my sincerity would have attracted her into her party. Yes, I wanted to be her friend. She may have not reciprocated it, but I genuinely cared for her from the bottom of my heart.
If I die here, I won't be able to face Kokoro in the afterlife, knowing I let her killer get away.
Wait! Could it be? Yes. I think I may have found the key that shall turn this case around. Please, give me one more chance. There is still time. Time to prove to you that I, Emma Magorobi, am not the killer. I beg of you, please believe me. Allow me to point out the contradiction. It's just the one, mind you. One minor flaw in such lengthy reasoning. But this will prove my... and with it.
Oh no.
So you're saying that the culprit must have gotten Kokoro's e-handbook plus at the performance, right? With the e-handbook plus, the culprit must have finished their preparations and got ready for the impersonation. According to you, it was during that night that the culprit went to the museum. There was lots to do, such as setting up the disguise and destroying the statue before morning time. But that night, I was there with all of you to hear the next announcement. Since the main gate had already been closed, I had no way to get out of the Monocruise. Which means that I have no such time to prepare the disguise, and that your theory is impossible.
Okay, I know where this goes.
So you're saying that the culprit must have gotten Kokoro's e-handbook plus at the performance, right? With the E-Handbook Plus, the culprit must have finished their preparations and gotten ready for the impersonation. According to you, it was during that night that the culprit went to the museum. There was lots to do, such as setting up the disguise and destroying the statue before morning time. But that night, I was there with all of you to hear the night's announcement. Since the main gate had already been closed, I had no way to get out.
I'll pierce through those words.
At least this one was easier.
No, it's possible to get out of the Monocruise after the door is locked at night.
What? Sora, are you just doing this for...
It was a proven fact. While it may have been impossible on the first island, things have changed since then. And you can now get out through the balcony on the 4th floor hallway.
Oh, that's right. The balcony's door was opened while we were sailing to this current island.
But the 4th floor of the Monocruise is pretty high up, isn't it? If she jumped out at that height...
Then what if she didn't jump? What if she had a rope-like thing to climb down?
Oh, come off it, Yuki. Now you're just being ridiculous. Nobody went out through the balcony like that.
Got it. Excuse me, Shinji?
Huh? Yeah? Well, why do you need me all of a sudden?
Do you remember telling me that morning how you thought you saw something on the side of the balcony while on your morning jog?
Oh! You mean that? Yeah, I think I saw something like a big, long cloth being rolled up.
Well, Emma, unless you're prepared to call Shinji a liar, wouldn't you say this proves someone could escape through the balcony at night? Sure, it would only be a one-way trip, but Hajime already proved it's possible to sneak back inside the Monocruise. As long as the killer snuck back inside the moment the cruise doors reopened, they wouldn't be noticed, allowing them to achieve a perfect crime.
Perhaps what Big Bro saw was the killer quickly retrieving the rope-like thing upon their return.
Seriously? That's just a hypothesis. You can't stake your claim like that.
But Shinji said he saw it that same day, didn't he?
Yep. That sounds like a plausible means of escape to me.
Wow. So many pieces pointing at Emma.
Surely even you must realize that this goes a bit beyond a series of coincidences, correct?
Emma, did you really?
No way. So Emmy really did.
To sum up, the killer could enter Kokoro's room freely from that morning, so he had no choice but to recognize the disguised Kokoro as the real thing. And that was what made us believe that the case was a locked room murder when she unexplainably died.
If you're not satisfied yet, allow me to point out another reason to doubt
Emma.
Since the performance, she's made quite a scene about having lost her appetite. She hasn't finished a meal since that day. Why do you think that may be?
Because if she's the killer, she'd have to act as Coco.
Oh, true.
She requested to have food delivered to her room 3 times a day. As a result, Coco would have to be in her room during those periods. However, in order to not raise suspicion, Im herself needed to join us for meals, so she came up with an excuse to leave the dining hall as soon as possible and set up the disguise.
Come to think of it, that would also explain why she gave such specific times for food to be delivered. At the time, we all just assumed it was part of Kokoro's meticulous nature, but that too was a ploy from the disguised killer. By setting such precise times, she could decrease the risk of an unexpected situation.
It all adds up.
You really are all going to doubt me until the very end. Even despite overlooking a crucial detail.
What crucial detail this
every
time?
detail and covered all evidence. So please shut your mouth and stop putting up this pitiful defense.
No, this detail is yet to be accounted for. Allow me to illustrate the final point on why it was completely impossible for me to disguise myself as Kokoro. So you're saying I disguised myself as Kokoro? That's utterly impossible. I'm an actress, not a voice actor. I couldn't mimic her voice.
Doesn't matter. We've been through this.
Are you also going to ignore the height discrepancy? I'm over 20 centimeters taller than her. It'd be obvious that it wasn't the real Kokoro. Of course, the two inconsistencies could be explained by the disease. But would I really be able to impersonate her if it weren't for the said disease? Remember, she was diagnosed the morning after the performance. The culprit would have had to prepare the disguise the night before. How would the culprit have known about Kokoro's condition in advance? For without it, there was no other way to overcome the difference in height and voice. She had a rare endemic disease. How could you possibly suggest the culprit would have been predicting something like that? Unless the culprit was some omniscient god. I'm putting an end to this disguise theory. So you're saying I disguised myself as Kokoro? That's utterly impossible. I'm an actress, not a voice actor. I couldn't mimic her voice. Are you also going to ignore the height discrepancy? I'm over 20 centimeters taller than her. It'd be obvious that it wasn't the real Kokoro.
And the course we're on 0.
Of course, the two inconsistencies could be explained by the disease. But would I really be able to impersonate her if it weren't for the said disease? Remember, she was diagnosed the morning after the performance.
You, Aaronette.
The culprit would have had to prepare the disguise the night before. How would the culprit have known about Kokoro's condition in advance? For without it, there was no other way to overcome the difference in height and voice. She had a rare endemic disease.
No, that wasn't it, was it? Also, real quick. Is the internet actually going to work for us for like at least one time tonight so we can finish this up, please? I guess. Are you going to work for at least a little bit longer, please, so I can finish this? That's all I'm asking.
Crap. So you're saying I disguised myself as Kokoro? I'm an actress. Are you also going to I'm over 20 Of course, the two But would I really be Remember, the culprit would have had to How would the culprit For without it? She had a rare endemic disease. How could you No, that's wrong!
I wonder if that's why Shobai said he knows what happened.
Wait, Emma, stop. What was that about an endemic disease?
Huh? What about it?
That's weird. Those who weren't with us at Shobai's examination shouldn't have known that Kokoro was specifically suffering from an endemic
CenturyLink stuffing of it. We are invested here. Agreed. Trust me, I've wanted to eat CenturyLink for a while now.
Everyone except me, Ra-Ra, Yuko, and you. Excluding Dr. Shobai and patient Coco, of course.
You weren't there, Emma. So do you mind telling us how you knew it was an endemic disease?
Oh.
What are you talking about? You mentioned the disease in the dining hall, right?
No. We only said that the disease was a rare one, not an endemic one.
What?
Not to worry, Emma. I'm sure you've heard it somewhere.
Oh, okay. It's Emma. It's pretty much Emma at this point.
So far in. Don't look now, but I think someone needs to fix their makeup. Is that sweat ice?
Oh dear. You can't take it back now.
Well now, hang on. Let me clarify I was speaking hypothetically. She might have been suffering from an endemic disease.
What? Seriously?
You see, given the tropical nature of the islands we've been trapped on, my mind instantly assumed it was an endemic disease. I suppose that was my fault for assuming.
Oh,
really
just what I need right now. My phone shut down. Alright, well.
Oh, come on! I work in journalism, and even I have to admit that's reaching.
Assumptions or otherwise, aren't you ignoring the obvious? The issue isn't about the type of disease. It's about how I knew of it in advance. According to your theory, anyway.
It's a fair point. To fit with the timeline, the culprit would have been preparing the skies long before Kokoro's diagnosis. And had Kokoro not fallen ill, the plan wouldn't have worked. There is no way someone could have predicted that.
Do you understand now? With this, the entire disguise theory falls apart.
Ah, yes, the infamous disease. Let's talk about that for a moment, shall we? Since Emma seems so fixated on it. And she is the ultimate actress. What if this disease was also another part of her act?
What do you mean?
Even if Emma was disguised as Kokoro, wasn't Shobai the one who diagnosed her disease?
I'm about to just put on the Fucky Wucky screen, see if it works again. Are you finally going to work for 10 seconds?
Oh, is that true? Then let's ask the man himself. The good doctor has been awfully quiet throughout this trial.
Hey Kuma, $10 says he's been asleep again. Wait, you're actually awake, motherfucker?
Oh, he's still here? I thought that was just a cardboard cutout.
I would have too, honestly.
Yoo-hoo! Anybody in there?
I'm busy right now. Can I ignore you later? Some of us are actually getting on with more important shit. I'm running some numbers through my head.
What numbers?
Got more than 20 business deals I need to take care of, since I'm stuck wasting my life on this rock.
This guy isn't real! Does he even realize how important this trial is?
Shobai, I'm sorry to bother you, but we need to ask you something.
Now what? You guys have already figured out the killer, right? Hurry up and get to the voting already. At this point, you're just dragging things out. Nobody with a functioning brain is interested in this anymore.
We're not voting until we've cleared up every shred of doubt. So stop whining and let me ask my question. Before the investigation had even concluded, you claimed to have solved the crime, remember? You deduced the killer almost immediately, noting that they had made a huge mistake.
He said that?
Shobai, this concerns you as much as it concerns us. Was your examination genuine?
No, I might be a piece of work, but as a broker, I take great pride in what I do. And that includes what the job stands for.
El Mejo.
That checkup wasn't a favor. I was hired to do it. It was business.
What are you trying to say?
Client confidentiality, kid. Never disclose any details about the client or the deal.
You're really going to be paying our ass, aren't you?
As a broker, that's my #1 rule.
This is a class trial! Are you really gonna stick to that Creek crap when your life is at stake?
Of course not. Nothing's more important to me than my own life. But that doesn't change... screw it. I'm technically not breaking that rule by coming clean here. My client was Kokoro Mitsume, a woman who's now legally dead. And I ain't got no problem with snitching on a corpse.
Shobai!
Kokoro Mitsume came to me with a request. The details are as follows. I was attacked by a void. I want to expose the void who attacked me, so please make a fraudulent examination for my safety. Finally, deliver said fraudulent examination to anyone who asks. And that's it.
I said wait!
What? So, Kokoro really was never sick at all?
That's the big question, isn't it? After all, we now know that request was not made by the real Kokoro in the first place.
You said that you knew who the killer was, Shobai. Were you able to infer that from the request?
Yeah, there was a lot that wasn't adding up. Since I take pride in my client confidentiality, she could have easily spoken to me normally, when it was just us two. And yet, she still insisted on using her iPad to communicate. That ain't all, though. Emma Magarobi said something strange, too. Right after Kokoro Mitsume collapsed and you'd all gathered round her. She specifically said that her body was scorching hot. Why did she say so when Kokoro Mitsume was attacked by the void and not suffering a disease?
Maybe she got burnt with wounds. If you think about it, everything we did was based on Emma saying she had a fever. After taking her to the room, we only gave her medicine and placed a wet towel on her forehead.
I ain't got problems snitching on the corpse.
Which you'd only do if she was ill, not wounded. Well,
yeah, that sounds like Shobai.
It seems Emma had already begun baiting us. Starting small with a fever, making us believe she's sick.
Oh no.
Then having Shobai's phony diagnosis as the nail in the coffin.
And of course, none of us ever remotely considered the possibility of the disease being fabricated.
What?
Wow, just wow. I wasn't even there and that story sounds suspicious. A healthy person suddenly gets paralyzed by an unknown endemic disease? Seriously, guys? I expected more.
I see. She carefully selected her words to make a subtle shift from healthy to unhealthy. That way, the diagnosis came as less of a shock. But ironically, that was what tipped Shobai off.
What do you mean?
The two statements directly contradicted each other. Emma Magarobi said it was a fever. Kokoro Mitsume said it was an attack. Granted, the disguise fooled even me at the time, but as soon as the body showed up, it all fell into place. It was Emma Magarobi in the dorm room with the disguise. Finally.
We just wasted hours going back and forth, old man. Why didn't you say this earlier?
Are you really surprised, though?
I told you. I live by my own moral code, shorty. But since you guys have pretty much done the elbow work, my client is legally dead, I figured I'd come clean. So there you have it. The last shred of doubt, all cleared up.
That's checkmate, Emma. No encore for you.
I don't like her.
Wait a minute. You must understand. I'm not the killer.
I'm sorry, Em, but I think you're the only one who believes that now.
Even I didn't want to believe Kanade at first. My reasoning is perfect. There's no room for doubt.
No, we're not done yet. We haven't discussed how the killer dealt with the body. I was outside of the room when the body was discovered, so I couldn't have anything to do with it.
Seriously, Emma? You could do that treatment in the morning. Once you were done with your disguise, there'd be no need to open the door for us. So you could do your job whether somebody else visited or not.
By job, you mean the final step, yeah?
That's right. Take the frozen Kokoro out of the refrigerator and cut off every hand and foot to hide the severed fingertip.
If I did that, then the room would have been full of blood, wouldn't it? And yet, there was no such trace.
Have you already forgotten her body was completely frozen? There'd be no risk of blood being spilt anywhere. At most, the flesh would have been disturbed.
I'm gonna be sick. You're surprised.
Once that was all done,
I want Kanade to stab
him.
him.
Return the refrigerator dividers back to their original position. Then slap a liquid nitrogen labeled drum down as a distraction. Finally, get out of the room and mission accomplished.
Hang on, that doesn't make sense. Kokoro was frozen by the instant freeze mode of the refrigerator, wasn't she? Not by the liquid nitrogen. Regardless of how long you freeze something, expose it to room temperature for a few hours and it'd melt.
I meant Hibiki stabbed Kanade. Oh no. Kuma.
I do recall seeing some blood emanating from Miss Mitsume's severed limbs.
Yeah, barely. If it was melting normally, we should have seen a lot more.
Of course, now guess what's going to do this again? I just want to finish this chapter, Century Link! Not what I wanted to do. My usual thing I've been using is not working right now because it's dead. The ice packs, right?
Got it. Nikkei, that's because the killer used dry ice.
Dry ice?
When the body was first discovered, the room was unusually cold and covered in a thick mist. At first we believed it was the liquid nitrogen, but it was actually dry ice.
because I need to actually shut it off.
We found a bag of it at the crime scene.
She maintains the temperature with dry ice in order to prevent the frozen body from melting.
How about it, Emma? Finally ready to give in? Emmy.
What did I ever do to deserve this? I didn't do anything wrong. I just wanted Kokoro. These are all just coincidences.
We're so close. Come on, CenturyLink. I agree. I really just want to eat CenturyLink out. This is the worst it's been.
Can someone shut her up already? Give it a rest, woman. You lost.
You believe me, don't you? I could never kill Kokoro.
Let's try this and see if it helps a little bit, at least. Yep, nope, it doesn't really.
Please convince them for me. We're all walking into a trap.
Alright, I need a reminder of this. Yeah, now it's kind of working. So hopefully that might be hit. Yep, I say that and then guess what? I feel like Kanade's a Foy too and just fucking hates Emma. I wouldn't be surprised at this point, honestly. Are you going to work? We're literally at like the last two games. I'm about to become a void if my internet doesn't start working.
So cruel. You're all so cruel. End like this. You must reconsider. You better back off. Why won't you believe me? We're all going to die. Thought we were friends. Is this the end? How could you accuse me of such a thing? So cruel. You're all so cruel. You must reconsider. Is this the end? Why won't you believe me? It can't end like this. Is this the end? I thought we were friends. It can't end like this. How could you accuse me of such a thing? You must reconsider. It can't end like this. Why won't you believe me? We're all going to die. I thought we were friends. I'm innocent. Hear me out. How could you accuse me of such a thing? So cruel. You're all so cruel. You must reconsider. I'm innocent. Hear me out. Why won't you believe me? It can't end like this. We're all going to die. Is this the end? So cruel. You're all so cruel. Could you accuse me of such a thing? You must reconsider. You better back off. Why won't you believe me? We're all going to die. I thought we were friends. I'm innocent. Hear me out. How could you accuse me of such a thing? So cruel. You're all so cruel. You must reconsider. I'm innocent. Hear me out. How did it come to this? How could you accuse me of such a thing? I'm innocent. Hear me out. Why won't you believe me? I thought we were friends. We're all going to die. You must reconsider. It can't end like this. I thought we were friends. I'm innocent. Hear me out. I thought we were friends. We're all going to die. I thought we were friends. It can't end like this. It can't end like this. Why won't you believe me? We're all going to die. I'm innocent. Hear me out. Why won't you believe me? I'm innocent. Hear me out. We were friends. You must reconsider. I'm innocent. Hear me out. Why won't you believe me? Is this the end? We're all going to die. You must reconsider. So cruel. You're all so cruel. I'm innocent. Hear me out. We were friends. We're all going to die. Thought we were friends. So cruel. You're all so innocent. Hear me out. Why won't you believe me? We're all going to die. I'm innocent. Hear me out. Why won't you believe me? I'm innocent. Hear me out. We were friends. You must reconsider. It can't end like this. You better back off. Is this the end? We're all going to die. I'm innocent. Hear me out. You're all so come to this. Thought we were friends. You must reconsider. You better back off. How could you accuse me of such a thing? You must reconsider. I thought we were friends. How could you accuse me of such a thing? How did you come to this? We're all going to die. Is this the end? So cruel. You're all so cruel. We're all going to die. You must reconsider. I thought we were friends. You must reconsider. I'm innocent. Hear me out like this. How could you accuse me of such a thing? We're all going to die. I'm innocent. Hear me out. You're all so cruel. Reconsider. I thought we were friends. You must reconsider. Better back off. How could you accuse me of such a thing? Come to this. Thought we were friends. How could you accuse me of such a thing? Come to this. We're all going to die. How could you accuse me of such a thing? Cruel. You better back off. We're all going to die. You must reconsider. Is this the end? You must reconsider. I'm innocent. You better back off. What possible reason could you have linking me to Kokoro?
Oh,
you better back off. How could you accuse me of such a thing? Going to die. I'm innocent. How did it come to this? You must reconsider. I thought we were friends. You must reconsider. You better back off. Is this the end? How did it come to this? Is this the end? So cruel. You're all going to die. Is this the end? So cruel. You're all so cruel. We're all going to die. You must reconsider. Is this the end? You must reconsider. What possible reason could you have linking me to Kokoro?
Finally.
This is the end. I just have one more thing. Has anybody here ever visited Kokoro with Emma?
Huh? Oh, that's...
I thought not. And the reason why? Because it's impossible. As we've agreed, the bedridden Kokoro was none other than Emma. If Emma ever came to visit, the bed would be empty.
What are you talking about, Sora? Yuki? Teruya?
Oh, that's true. I've definitely gone there with Emma before, as she was leaving the dining hall.
But did Kokoro open the...
No. That was yesterday evening.
Why does she look like a Harley Quinn when we're prom? I think it's supposed to be indication of her being the ultimate actress.
As I suspected.
Kind of like she had the wand to represent Harry Potter.
Kokoro opened the door while Emma was outside the very same door.
Ironic, isn't it, Emma? What Yuki just said makes you even more suspicious. You always claim to have no appetite, so you could sneak out of the dining hall and eat your meals as Kokoro. And as a result, you never sat with Kokoro during one of her meals.
I know, Marin, that's unstable.
Wow, you sure did care for her, Emma. A grand total of 0 visits for your sick best friend. Didn't even visit her once.
More like she couldn't.
Perhaps Mr. Maeda's suggestion caught her off guard. She certainly did seem in a hurry to leave that evening.
It's over, Emma. There's nowhere to run. Finally given up? Good. It's time for your curtain call. Let's summarize the case once again and expose your crime.
This one I know. Okay, good. Okay. Oh my gosh, they actually have references to Ibuki Makoto here. That's actually really cool. Okay, anyway. Are you actually going to work? We're almost literally done. I can't tell if it's this person, the other one, or not. You have to find out. It's not the other way. Okay, good. Okay, good. Oh, yeah. I have a feeling. So I think it's this, then. I can't think of anything else. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's try this then. Oh, it's the last page, so it has to be this. I hope. Oh, come on! It's always this one! It's always this part that's going to get me, isn't it? Yep.
Crap.
Almost murder time, if I can figure this out! We got the rest of it. And I don't know what to do. It's already way too long. Let's try this and hope for the best. I swear this is it. I'm done. Ugh! I actually don't know how to do this. What if it was this way? I thought I did this already though. What if it is? I doubt it. Yep. I swear I tried everything. I hate this game in this one. I love it in the other ones, but this is the one that I hate the most from this one. That one's been used. Oh, fuck. Alright, okay, now comes my favorite page. I tried everything, I swear. I'm seriously about to give up. But it won't let me see a video with it. let's try.
This is the truth of
Are
the
you
case.
fucking kidding me? Motherfuckers.
This all started back during the performance Setsuka suggested. At some point during the performance, Kokoro suddenly collapsed. The culprit was the first to check her temperature, describing it as scorching hot, to make us believe she'd fallen ill to some disease, while in reality, the killer had likely attacked Kokoro during the noise and excitement of the concert. We immediately brought Kokoro into her room. We used her finger to gain access to her e-handbook plus. The e-handbook pluses can only be turned on by its owner's fingerprint. The killer made note of this in their plan. Feigning concern over Kokoro, the killer made sure to leave her room last. They needed to do this in order to subtly steal Kokoro's e-handbook plus. As soon as nighttime arrived, the culprit returned to the scene after making sure everyone else was asleep. Since the e-handbook plus's power was still on, they were able to re-enter her room. Knowing they wouldn't be interrupted at night, the culprit began their preparations. First, they tied up Kokoro and then cut off her fingertip. They needed this in order to have permanent access to her e-handbook. Once the bleeding had stopped, they stuffed Kokoro into the refrigerator. By removing all of the refrigerator's dividers, there was just enough space to store her body in. After placing her body inside, they set the refrigerator's output as instant freeze, with the intent to freeze Kokoro to death. Next came the disguise preparation. The disguise was the most crucial element to this murder, as they wanted it to seem as if Kokoro was alive for longer than she was. They stole the clothes Kokoro had been wearing, then set out to find a wig that emulated her hair. Fortunately for our killer, they'd taken note of the dressing room in the museum and planned to use it to their advantage. Naturally, people would be concerned over Kokoro, so the disguise had to be ready by the next morning. But the Monocruise had already closed its gates for the night. This left the killer with no choice but to create a makeshift rope and climb down the Monocruise from the 4th floor's balcony. Upon arriving at the museum, they took a wig that resembled Kokoro's hair from the dressing room. However, this would create a discrepancy with the dressing room's item list. So to accommodate for this, they destroyed the Yuki Onna statue and planted its hair in the wig's place. The destruction of the statue brought two benefits. Not only did it fix the discrepancy, but also made some fear the curse of the awakened Yuki Onna. Considering the body's state when we discovered it, The next morning, the culprit returned on board the Monocruise right after the door opened, making quick work to remove the evidence at the balcony. They also used Kokoro's e-handbook plus to send a request to Shobai. I was attacked by a void. I want to expose the void who attacked me, so please make a fraudulent examination for my safety. Finally, deliver said fraudulent examination to anyone who asks. Dr. Grumpy accepted this request,
Dr.
but
Grumpy.
began noticing they made sure to
Perfect
remain
name for
silent
Shobai.
even in front of Shobai himself, contradicting the killer's note of Kokoro having a fever the previous night. Perhaps he was able to deduce the killer based on these two inconsistencies. Either way, his false examination made us believe that Kokoro had begun to suffer from a disease. With us taking the bait, the killer no longer had to worry about the two biggest issues with their disguise, the height and the voice. The phony paralysis also allowed the culprit to request we bring them meals at 3 specific times a day. That was done to reduce the risk of an unexpected situation, and to ensure they were in disguise for 3 set times. In an attempt to appear less suspicious, the culprit themselves faked a loss of appetite, to provide ample time to disguise as Kokoro and eat her meal instead. And while effective at first, this ironically made them look more suspicious in the long run. Over the next few days, we continued to bring Kokoro her meals, unaware of the one beneath the disguise. We all continued to believe that, while unwell, Kokoro was still alive. But the horrid truth was that the real Kokoro Mitsume was slowly freezing to death in the refrigerator. Right before she perished, though, she used the last of her strength to leave a dying message. She broke 8 icicles that were created by the instant freeze mode, proceeding to carve F on the front and O on the back with her nail. Then, on the last icicle, she carved I instead of O, and penetrated the longest icicle through the I icicle to complete the message. There are 8 icicles with the letter F, and conveniently also 8 female. That would mean the tallest girl among all females was the one who killed I, Kokoro. After all, the culprit was indeed the tallest among the females. Without the dying message, we never would have been able to pinpoint the culprit. Eventually, the real Kokoro Mitsume finally died, leaving the culprit with no further reason to keep up the act. That night, the culprit grabbed a pack of dry ice and an empty oil drum the following morning with the intent to complete their crime. By slapping a liquid nitrogen label onto the drum, we don't make the mistake of assuming Kokoro had been frozen via the nitrogen, not the refrigerator. There was also the issue of Kokoro's missing fingertip. Had only that been missing, we'd have caught on much sooner. So to cover the tracks, the culprit cut off both her hands and feet. Not only did this work in their favor, but again, it brought more suspicion onto the Yukiona's curse. Finally, all that was left to do was cover the room and body in dry ice, to force the body to melt at a much slower rate before fleeing the scene. The rest was like clockwork. Over time, we'd become suspicious that Kokoro wasn't answering her door, causing us to eventually discover the body. The culprit was incredibly cunning and careful. If it weren't for Kokoro's dying message, they may very well have gotten away with the crime. Perhaps this was karma for pretending to care deeply for her.
Annoying classmates.
The monster who had us all fooled. The one who murdered Kokoro. It can be no one but you, Emma Magarobi.
I should bet, or I guess Kuma won $10 is what I wanted to say. Because you actually predicted it. Yeah, I know. I'm bad at this game. Shut up. I don't need it in my face.
No one but you? You said no one but you? It's a failure then.
So you're a part of Void 2, weren't ya?
So be it.
I'm not even surprised, honestly, I guess. Yes, I know, shut up! I don't need a reminder. The music sounds like it's from Madoka. I get what you mean now, though. I get what you mean now.
It seems you have all finally reached a just like the last trial, you only get one attempt at voting. Think carefully before you decide.
Hey, Internet, we would like to finish this chapter.
How?
Thank you.
Let us see if you have Ladies and gentlemen, use the panel in front of you to vote for who you believe to be the culprit.
$10, woohoo! I wish I had $10 to give you. I'm broke until Friday.
The dreadfully wrong one. What is it going
Gotta
to
love
be?
being an adult, huh? I don't. Yeah, it was Emma then. I'm not ready to see, because I actually have not seen any executions past that, so, I'm not ready for this.
Congratulations!
That's right. Miss Emma Magarobi was the culprit of this murder case. A rightful verdict indeed.
I must say, I'm impressed.
I must say that your performance was splendid.
No way.
Emma.
Fuck!
Darn it! We had got the right answer. Emma was the killer. We had already worked it out during the class trial. Everyone must have voted for her with confidence. But even so, knowing the answer beforehand didn't make this any less of a shock. Having to accept that one of our classmates committed murder. Why?
Unforgivable!
Just why? You were close friends with Kokoro. Just why did you kill her, Emma?
Idiot! Why do you think she did when there was only one possible reason? That's why. It's because she's a void. You're a void, aren't you, Emmy? Well...
Hey.
Hey, isn't it too early to say that? We're not entirely sure if a murderer is going to be 100% guaranteed to be a void member.
You!
For you best if Emma explains it to us herself.
Listen.
Please, tell us your reason. There's no need to mind my presence, Miss Magarobi. You speak as freely as you may like. Okay, so she is definitely a void if that's the case.
What's he talking about?
I tip my hat to you.
Your abilities are far superior to those of Mr. Makinochi, so I put my trust in you. You may use the little time you have left in any way you want. Having kept silent since the end of the trial, Emma suddenly let out a deep breath and began talking. Yep. She is void.
Big. I did it because I'm a void. Like you pointed out. Just like Hachime was. I am Mikado's co-conspirator and ally too.
Execution time, baby.
I'm sorry if you expected something saintly from me.
Also, it does not look like my chat's actually coming up. You know what? It's the end of the stream almost. I'm not caring right now.
Duh. See? I told you.
Wait!
But the voids, weren't they no longer willing to work with Mikado after he betrayed them?
Listen.
Betrayed? Yes, Hajime died. And we weren't told we were died for real either. From our perspective, it's true that Mikado betrayed us. Then why did you commit murder?
It cannot be helped.
It's too late for us to turn back. As voids, we cannot be saved even if we do decide to abandon him at this point. If we antagonized Mikado and helped you escape this island, there would be absolutely nothing left for us.
Are you for real?
But you didn't have to go so far as murder. I don't know about your motive, but we could have helped you get over it.
You don't understand.
It's not something that can be magically solved like that. You don't know anything about us. We have our own reasons for doing this.
Also, is that why you killed Kokoro? Was it to carry out Void's plan as a member of the group?
That's why.
Kokoro said Hajime's murder was coordinated in advance. He must have a goal that needs accomplished no matter what. Even if it means killing someone and risking execution.
Huh?
So M was supposed to murder too?
How awkward.
That is one point I find strange as well. I'm certain Miss Magarobi's turn was yet to come. Wait, what?
What did you say?
Huh? What do you mean?
Allow me to explain.
I will give a brief explanation. Each of the 5 voids has a responsibility to commit murder in a set order. I believe Mr. Makinochi mentioned this before. Of course, anyone else is welcome to kill. You may think of it as a safeguard against possible deadlocks. If only voids commit murder, other voids with knowledge of the killer will know the identity of the culprit long before the trial.
Indeed.
It would be like watching a mystery TV show after being spoiled on the ending. It would neither be fair nor entertaining. However, it is surely a great merit to know who's supposed to murder next.
What are you saying? Then if it wasn't Emma's turn next...
Well, that's not
I
good.
was perplexed after realizing who the culprit was. The occurrence of a non-void murderer was within my expectations, but voids muddling up the courial order? It would have been nice if I was informed this in advance.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Mikado. I messed up the reenactment.
You are forgiven.
No need to apologize. Although you may have noticed it, you reenacted the case to a fine extent.
Kokoro.
Kokoro Mitsumi. Because that woman got on my nerves, I had to kill her. But you were really close with her. Why?
Alright.
Since I'm going to die soon, I'm going to tell you. It was when we were watching the twin performance. What's the matter, Kokoro? The concert's still going on. Why did you want to talk all of a sudden? This is also for your own sake. I hope you understand. Emma, you have been encouraging me to join the rescue for the past few days, correct? Right. Oh, do you feel like doing it at last? Well, I believe you can suppose so. but only under one condition. A condition? I have plans to cooperate and resolve this situation with the rest of you if they decide to work with us, Emma. What do you mean by that? I don't know. Don't you understand? My condition is for you, a member of Void, to stop working for your group and join us. What are you talking about? Me? A Void? I admit you've done a great job, but acting won't work here. You cannot deceive me, Monokuma. You are a Void. Don't worry. If I intended to reveal your identity to everyone, I would have already done so. I know a few others who quite likely be Void as well. Still, I'm proposing this offer to you because you always approach me with a friendly attitude. I think you would be a great help to us. I hope you aren't considering attacking me. That would be an incredibly unwise decision. I'm not so imprudent as to talk one-on-one with dangerous individuals such as you. Besides, everyone will witness your crime even if you do succeed. I asked Toria Tori to act as my bodyguard a few days ago. She should be watching us as we speak. If you're playing any tricks, give it up now. Oh, so that's why they asked Otori to be present with them at every meal. What do you want? Just as I said, come to our side. Tell everyone that you're a Void and share any information you have about Void in Mikado Shinoji. There we go. You need the Void's information in order to work out the problem. Of course, now my internet seems to be working again, I hope. I keep saying that and then it goes down. In fact, I have a fairly convincing suspicion about Mikado Shinoji. If the Void's testimony backs it up, we may be able to escape the island. There are 2 more Voids among us. If I become a traitor, you know what they'll do. Yep, as soon as I say it. No need to be concerned. I believe I know who they are. If you choose to join us, I'll make them follow you to join our side. That's easy for you to say, but we Voids have the reason to be committed to our plan. Even as far as resort to dirty methods. I don't know how you managed to expose me, but I can't give up here, even if it's against you, Kokoro. Do you know our pain? Our suffering? If you know so much, why don't you try all my mind reading on me? At least you express your honest feelings. What? For the last 2 days, Emma, you've constantly tried to get along with me. As the ultimate actress, you played a pure-hearted friend with a level of sincerity that I couldn't even doubt. Of course, your real purpose was to keep watching me, someone who poses a threat to Void. Your overly perfect kindness, nothing but purity in your mind. I was able to deduce you were a Void using these hints, but at the same time, I wanted to know how you truly felt. Regardless of your intent, you were the first to become this close to me. Kokoro. Only after pushing you this far, I do finally understand you. Which makes me want to work even more for us, Emma. But don't worry. Whether it's about your father or your adopted parents, we'll do the best we can to help. What? I told you earlier. Because you showed me your honest feelings, I can understand you now. Naturally, when I read the defenseless person's mind, I can see their true feelings. Your dark past. Fuck yeah, free from Grand Blue Fancy Guild War. You are a dork, Kuma. I love you dearly, but you're a dork. Now please get some sleep. You saw my... I apologize for doing it without your consent, but this was the only way to convince... Emma? No. No! This emotion is... something twisted. No, monstrous. No! I'll do whatever you say! I'll bring the money! Just don't hurt me! Wait, so Tori...
Shit.
That's...
Good grief.
I see. Mr. Magarobi's old room is carelessly torn open by Miss Mitsume. What are you talking about?
You see.
Miss Magarobi has lived a terrible past which she absolutely loathes to recall. I would say similar to psychological trauma. The mere act of recalling is enough to cause her seizures, even in ideal circumstances. When combined with her complex feelings and the shock from being exposed, Miss Magorobi couldn't control her emotional outbursts anymore.
Certainly. So it was an accidental murder, then. I understand why Emma committed to murder when it was as a turn.
I messed up.
I'm so sorry, everyone. As Emma just said, the day after I woke up from the island, Kokoro gave me a personal request. She said she was going to focus completely on finding the voids, and was concerned about the other voids targeting her. So she told me to watch her from close distance and come to her aid in case something happened.
But she must have chosen you because you're the least likely to be a void.
Wait a minute. Kokoro said that? She made a whole announcement to tell us she wasn't going to care about void whatsoever.
You see...
She said that in order to throw the voids off her trail. She wasn't sure who was in void, so she pretended to be ignorant and worked in secret.
Then...
Kokoro really wanted to help us.
Darn it!
I couldn't save her. I was distracted by the concert and took my eyes off. I let Kokoro get attacked and die right under my nose.
That's...
You don't have to feel responsible, Taria. No one would have expected a killer to attack her in such a crowded place like that.
But... yeah. And that would mean so I felt too for doing the concert. If Kanade and I looked more closely at the audience, this wouldn't have...
The hell?
I know the audience was looking towards the stage, but why didn't the twins see anything?
Kanade always closed her eyes when playing the guitar. And I can't see very far when I'm focusing on communicating with people in the front rows. Cut it out! Stop it. Now isn't the time to blame yourselves, everyone. We just got unlucky all these bad things happen at once.
It cannot be helped.
It's already over. But I don't regret. It was bound to happen someday. After all, this is a curse ingrained in my memory. Even though Kokoro did not bring up my past, I would never have betrayed Void.
This is my resolve.
As a Void, I'll put everything to one last hope we have. Even if you die from it.
Even so?
Yes. Besides, I would be no better than a rotten corpse if the plan fails. You sure about that, Em?
Huh?
Huh? Wait, do you really have no regrets? Vix just has a gut feeling that you really did feel happy when you were with Coco, Em. Since you were the same with us, Max said he enjoyed being with us, too.
Yes!
She's right. Void only doing this because they were forced to by some unknown reason. It's not too late. You can recompense for what you did later. Now, don't you think we should work together to give Mikado a big kick in the butt? Mikado, I'm done. Start my execution now.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Is that really alright?
I
don't think I can face you all any longer. If I stand here another moment, I won't be able to remain a void.
But... Emmy...
No one but Emma herself would know whether she would plan on an act or not. But I could tell she looked incredibly distressed at that time, knowing that a classmate committed murder, hearing that she was a void. Troubled by mixed feelings, no one knew what to say. Instead, I merely stood watching her.
Look.
I'll say one last thing. Shinji's plan, I don't think it was fundamentally in the wrong direction. If we had another way out, we wouldn't have agreed to this nasty plan. Hajime felt it, and I did too. I'm sure if we met under different circumstances, we would have stayed as good friends. While the plan's in action, all the process means nothing.
It cannot be helped.
No matter what you do, the outcome's already set. Just like how I'm about to die despite my struggles.
What did you say?
The outcome is already set.
That's why.
Even though I will die as another sacrifice to the plan, you should all try working against it in whatever way you believe in. That's all I can say. I'm sorry. Are you seriously okay with that? It's your last chance. Can't you tell us something to strike back at Mikado with at the very least?
Please stop that.
Your words are of no use. Like all other voids, Miss Magorobi is already well aware of the state she's in. This is your only choice. They must put every bit of the cells in their plan.
Say, just what is this plan you keep mentioning? Nothing any of you voice say make any sense.
Now then.
Well, it would not make much of a difference, even with Mr. Magorobi, or I told our plan to everyone here. As Miss Magorobi said, the outcome's already set. Everything here is only a step leading towards the outcome.
You're amazing.
In any case, I would like to show my respect for Miss Magarobi's towering intellect. Keeping calm in her current position isn't as easy a task to do, Show respect to your intellect? I can see why Miss Magarobi enjoys this type of jokes. Oh, please. I don't care. Just kill me already.
How boring.
Alright. I'm glad to have worked with such an outstanding person. It's almost a shame that I have to execute her myself. But are you certain about this? The subject of death is not something to be taken lightly, even more so than you think.
Careful now.
Only a few minutes left. You'll be executed shortly after. Prepare to take in the full experience of that last moment of your life. The excitement in the crowd has waned by now. It must be time for your curtain call, the execution. Let us commence. I have prepared a very special punishment for tonight's Blacken. Miss Emma Magarobi, the ultimate actress.
I'm
dying. Hold on. Don't start yet. I think I'm scared. And shall we start?
I don't want to die! I don't want to die! I still want to live! I don't want to be killed!
It's punishment time.
I'm not ready! I already ate this, huh? Oh, they really did this, didn't they? Team boy picture, oh lord. I'm already scared.
Why so serious?
I don't like this. Expected that was how it was going to go. Horror scene.
Oh.
Poor woman. You were never paid back for your efforts. Farewell. Farewell, Miss Magarobi. May her remains rest in peace.
No way.
Dear me, an excellent colleague, I must say. But you two were nothing more than a predictable average being in the end.
How disgraceful.
Fleeing from murder at the very last moment. How utterly disgraceful.
Please, no more! How long do we need to keep doing this?
Burnett?
Damn it! Damn it!
Well, great.
We done here? Can I leave now?
What a dumbass.
You! What gives you the right to act like that when you contributed so little?
Piss off.
Shouldn't you be used to it by now? Mind your own business.
But... Should I? I don't care what you do. But aren't you in need of a way to get out of this place too?
I can look after myself. Quit bothering me.
Well, that came out of left field,
No.
huh?
That girl. Emma Magarobi, wasn't it? I heard her speaking. Something about the girl she offed. Kokoro Mitsumi. I couldn't help but wonder. Shit. Her death must have been greater loss than I thought.
The hell?
What's he talking about?
Seriously?
He just left?
Congratulations.
My, what an eventful evening. Everyone, I must thank you for your hard work. Our numbers may dwindle, but we can't let our spirit falter. Let's return to our daily lives, otherwise those weary looks of yours may frighten away the sparks of joy.
No
and
good.
he's gone again. He's a spiteful person, even until the end. The second class trial was over. The culprit of the second murder were executed. The Regardless of who she really was, this was the death of a friend we've been living with for the past few days. Like in Hajime's case, this wasn't a feeling you could push aside, and all that remained in the courtroom was an extremely unpleasant feeling. Even Setsuka and Shinji, who had been our pillars of strength, kept silent as if they lost their energy.
Hey!
Stop crying, Iroha. Guys, I don't know what to say, but we can't give up here.
Darn it!
Come on, Turia. Think. Man, what would they have said at this time like this? Damn it! Everyone.
For real? Wow. I never thought I'd see the day I'd agree with Mikado. Huh? Makes this? You snap out of it!
Thank you, VA, for doing my job. Beaky?
Come on! What are you all doing? Lumping around like this? We can't let this beat us. Even Mikado knows that. Now let's hold our hands up and return to our daily lives.
Aww, she's actually being helpful.
Or what? Do you want to stay up all night in this creepy class trial room? Huh? What are you saying? What the heck? Did she suddenly get possessed by a spirit or something? Honestly, I'm feeling a lot of guilt right now. I'm indirectly responsible for both Jimmy's and Nemi's murders. It's through that party that led to Ring dying because I was complaining all the time. And I also helped with the concert Suka planned where Kokoro was murdered.
What?
Yeah, so? Wait, you got him bursting into tears again? How original.
Shut up! Shut up, Nikki! And yeah, this is tough. But if I keep being peevish and whiny, then it'll just happen for a third time. Another murder will happen because of me!
Okay.
Not at all. It's not your fault. Don't place the blame on yourself, you hear?
In that case... No, it's okay. I realized I had to change when Suka cheered me up last time. And even more so, I don't want to be a burden to the rest of you.
Well, how about that? How can anyone say no to such a heartwarming speech from Buki?
Who are you calling little, huh?
Oh, right.
Right. Well, MSM's confirmed my thoughts. The Voids are...
Pay attention!
The Voids are victims too. While I don't know about their goal, I do know the bonds that we make with them over the past few days were real. Whatever their plan is, they're only carrying out because they had no other choice. So if we just find another way to help them, we could solve everything.
Awesome.
Yeah!
Heating up.
That's okay. Okay, time to find this other way. If we work together, we can save the Voids and ourselves. I, Shinji Kasai, will promise I will never, ever give up. Everyone. It seemed as if Hibiki pulled us off of a bleak moment we were in. If you think about it, wouldn't she be the person who changed the most upon coming to this island? After going through a series of events, Hibiki had now developed a mature attitude that moved everyone's hearts. With a few exceptions, of course. Yep, they're a rank you. Like hell we will.
What did you say?
What?
I'm out.
If you're going to be all buddy-buddy after this, be my guest. But I'm out. I'm going to do this by myself now.
Huh? Huh? Nikki? What's got to you all of a sudden?
What?
It's not all of a sudden. Didn't I tell you before the trial? Blindly trusting each other is just a recipe for disaster. We tried it twice now, and both times ended the same way. Shinji says the Voids are victims too. But so what? Doesn't make them any less of a criminal. And we don't know when they're going to come after us either. Well, you all have fun with that. If you still want to call them friends and whatnot, then be my guest. But keep me out of this. I'm done.
Are you for real?
What? You made all that effort to join our group, and now you're just throwing away just like that?
If so...
Are you hiding something from us? Could you be Void?
This is pointless.
Think whatever you want. I just can't trust... It's just that I can't trust your naive approach will work. Now on, I'm flying solo, like Shelby. Good luck with that strange Toria guy. Later. Okay, well, we didn't need you anyway. Jeez, what up with that guy? Why is he suddenly acting like that?
Wait.
Suddenly? No, Nick said so himself. Even before the murder, he already had some gripes with our situation.
He can do whatever he wants. It's not like I want him to help us.
That said, we should be going now.
Now then.
Right. We'll think of what to do when next when morning comes. Roha, are you feeling any better?
Yes. I'm sorry for the mess earlier.
Yuki, we should go. Yuki? What's wrong? You were spacing out.
Yuhi was a big fan of Emmy. I know how you feel, but try to cheer up for Emmy, okay?
That's... It's not because of that.
Sorry. Huh? Did I say something wrong? I'm sorry. Looks like there are a few people still shaken. It's a bit understandable, though.
I promise it.
Staying positive will pay off in the long run. I promise you. So for now, let's bear this hardship together.
Come on. Okay, let's go, Kanade. This isn't how Hibiki is supposed to be. Hey, Kanade! What are you doing, Kanade? Are you going to keep your big sis waiting? Let's go, come on!
They go back and forth so often with who's doing what.
Sorry, big sis. I'm coming.
Our moment of delight was cut short by Nikkei, followed by a few others that looked tense and uneasy. Once again, our bonds have been pushed to the limit with Kokoro and Emma's deaths. How would this affect our group? Only time would tell. Although we were all worried about the same problem, none of us chose to verbalize it. And we finally decided to get rest for the day. It's night after this second class trial. We all unanimously agreed to decide what to do tomorrow after some sleep. Emma. Void. We don't have any clues about them. What is their objective? For what reason did they come up with a plan like this and carry it out? Continuously turning over my head, questions I could never understand, I descended to the abyss of the night. Or an ocean sleep. Which means we're probably going to get those funky dreams again, aren't we? Yep. Yes, we have to be more careful from now on. I'll do my best to look for that thing that you told me about. Be careful. Act normal and void, and don't let them find out. Yes, I know.
Just count on Big Sis for everything.
What? Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that Big Sis isn't not void. I hope not. Yeah. Alright, and that means with that... Of course, her thing would be the Oscar prize. Yes, I would like to save. Since this is the end of the chapter, when further chapters come out, please delete those saves you just made. Thank you for your infinite amount of patience. We hope you enjoyed your time playing. The found name problem. Alright, and with that, we have caught up with the fan dub. The official game is fully finished. The fan dub team is still working on their own game. So for the time being, I would like to see if we get more chapters. Oh wow, my internet just went down. So next week we're going to go to the original game that wasn't dubbed for this fan series. And that one is also completely finished, so we don't have to pause. In the meantime, thank you for sticking by me with all the stupid internet troubles. I'm going to yeet CenturyLink out of a window in about 5 days. I'm going to see if we can raid anyone. We have been at this for like 3 hours. It's time for us to end. I think we might raid Yume. Yeah, because the only other ones I could see that I could raid is Red Thread Kitty, who's cosplay, so I don't think everyone would be interested in that. So we're going to all raid Yume, if that's okay. They are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So thank you for watching. Thank you for dealing with internet problems. I have a date with my bed, and I will see you all later. Bye.